Hey guys, and welcome back. My name's Ohaple, and today we're going to be going through all of the Watchdogs motorcycles, including how to earn the Sayonara LE. These are all of the motorcycles that you can get through the on-demand vehicle system in Watchdogs. Motorcycles in Watchdogs are a lot of fun. They're some of my favorite vehicles because they're super fast, super maneuverable, and just generally a good time. First up is the Kodachi. As you see, the stats are very good on it, just a little slower than the other sport bikes in this game. The style kind of reminds me of the Kawasaki ER6N, but I'm sure it's based on a variety of motorcycles, as are most of the vehicles in this game. It's a lot of fun to ride overall. It's very comparable, again, to the other sport bikes. It rides how you'd think it would. Very quick, very maneuverable, but not that durable. Personally, I think this is the best looking of the sport bikes. I find that the other full fairing sport bikes are a little bit boring to me. I don't know why. But this one will do just fine. It's pretty easy to get. This one you can find on the streets, just randomly in-game. You don't have to do anything special to earn it. So you can unlock it through hacking or through picking it up off the street. It does have sport tires, so it is not the best at going on sand, dirt, gravel, any of that. You will be able to spin out on those surfaces. Next up is the Kuru hawa Motorsport 450. This is kind of a dual sport style off-road motorcycle. The styling kind of reminds me of the Kawasaki KLR 650 or like the Honda off-road bikes, any of that. It's kind of a standard styling there. It's got the headlight on it. All good. And this is intended, obviously, for off-road. It's got the knobby tires and all that, so it will grip better for you on dirt. But what you see me doing here, riding up these stairs, for some reason it seems a lot more maneuverable, like in air, like after you've jumped or while you're jumping or coming off of a ramp. It seems like you can really maneuver it a lot better, get up on stuff, get over obstacles, all of that. So that's definitely what this bike is intended for. What it should be used for is going off-road, on-road, a variety of terrain when you never know what it's going to throw at you. This is probably the bike to be using, not necessarily just for running fast down the highway. I think it is a pretty cool looking bike overall. It's a lot of fun, and it's the only off-road bike out of the group. Next up on our list is the Chopper. This is obviously inspired by kind of the American bikes off the Harley-Davidson trend and the choppers that people tend to create based on those. And I think it's a really sweet looking bike. When you get the on-demand vehicle, it's got this sweet purple paint job on it. Looks really cool. And what this bike has going for it is durability. Its speed and acceleration are good, but are both underneath the sport bikes. But this has 1.5 stars of durability, while the sport bikes only have a half star. So if you're running into a lot of stuff, if you're going to want to ride it for a long time, this bike will get you through a lot more action. And it does look really cool. So, I mean, who are we kidding? When you're riding this bike, it's mostly just because you're wanting to look like a badass. It really suits Aiden's style, I think. So when you're in this back alley pretending you're Batman, saving some guy from this criminal, going in slow motion, getting that headshot, you can hop on your own, personal bat bike, kind of. It looks really cool, especially with this trench coat, it like flowing off the back. Definitely a really, really nice looking bike. And again, the durability is the reason to use it. The speed's not bad, but the durability is the real reason you would want to go with this one. This can be got through the on-demand system and can be found just lying around on the streets. I found one near a construction site and it was matte black and it looked just like some Harleys I've seen on the streets around town near me. So you can definitely find some that maybe you'll be happy with. And the last one we're going to be going over is the Sayonara and the Sayonara LE. See me picking it up here from the on-demand system, the standard model. This is the fastest bike in the game. This is the sport bike with the full fairing. Looks just like a lot of different Ducatis and Kawasaki's and Hondas, just your traditional sport bike. Big fairings, lots of speed, good handling, good acceleration. This bike is just all about speed. I don't think it's that attractive personally, but it is super fun to zip around town. When you take corners really sharp in it, you actually like spin out. Oh, look at me dodge that traffic right through the intersection. It's a lot of fun to drive, maybe one of the most fun, just because you can go blazingly fast on it. Okay. Now what you're looking at is the last hand in a game of poker that I was playing. In order to unlock the Sayonara LE, which is a different trim package for the Sayonara that we just talked about, the sport bike, you have to actually clean out a table of poker. And that means you have to take all the money from all 3 guys at the table. Now, I thought I'd just give you guys a couple quick tips on this poker thing to make it a little bit easier on you, because I'm not that great at poker and it took me a while to figure it all out. What you want to do is you can hack that camera behind them to look at the cards of 2 of the people at the table, and you can also hack people around the table to read their stress level. The stress level is an easy tell. If it's in the 40s, they're probably about to fold if you make a big bet. If it's in the teens, they probably have a really good hand and you should fold. So that is a general strategy about the stress. And for the camera, you can obviously see what cards they have then, and that allows you to make smarter decisions. I end up winning big in this. One thing you might want to consider doing is not betting too much if you have a good hand. I found so many times where I had a great hand and I would just bet, and then all 3 of them would fold and I'd end up with nothing. So be careful with that. And also try to just play it very careful for the beginning, because this becomes a lot easier once one of the guys is out and you're only facing 2 of them, and it becomes very, very easy when you're doing kind of a one-on-one poker match, because you can read his stress level. When there's 3 of them at the table, it'll come down to the hacking will help you a little bit, but not nearly as much as when it's a one-on-one situation. So make sure to take advantage of that. Just make sure you last out long enough to actually have that one-on-one. Also, there are several poker tables around town. You can choose to spend as little as $100 at the table, or as much as I think $100,000. So if you are poor, don't worry, you don't have to do the $10,000 buy-in that I did here. You can do one for, I believe, $100, and that one will give you this unlock as well. Once you've got the table cleared out, like you see me do here, you will be able to quit the table and you'll see your unlock appear. Click up on the D-pad and you will see that you just unlocked the Sayonara LE. As far as I can tell, this drives just like the standard Sayonara does. The stat bars are identical between the 2, but it does say that this is, an unparalleled engineering feat or whatever it says, which suggests to me that maybe there's something else going for it. If you guys know exactly what is better about this, be sure to let me know. It is possible it's just a trim package with a little bit different styling. That's certainly possible. You do get it for free, so you don't have to pay for it, unlike the other Sayonara model. What you're watching in this last clip is me going for some jumps, and then I realize that somebody's in my game. I try to do focus here, and it doesn't work. That's a tip from one of you guys, one of my subscribers from the comments section. If you go into focus mode and it won't let you slow down time, that means somebody's on your tail. So you immediately see me just blazing through it. I go through some jumps, I put up some blockers and drive through them with the motorcycle, get out of dodge, that way they can't hack me. And it ended up working out. They ended up eating up the entire 5-minute time limit and not being able to hack me. I hope you guys enjoyed this overview of the motorcycles in Watchdogs. This game's a lot of fun. And be sure to check out the videos on screen. On the left are my multiplayer tips for online hacking, and on the right is my gun overview video where I show you guys all of the purchasable weapons in Watchdogs. See you guys there.